patrol trucks. In a show of force, the ruling NRM suffered a humiliating defeat in the Kawempe North by-election. Analysts say the loss exposes the party's failure to grasp shifting voter dynamics as intimidation and financial inducements no longer sway electorates. Critics question the hundreds of millions that the government poured out into security operations, funds they say could have been used to improve critical services like healthcare and infrastructure in Kawempe.
Streets of Kawempe were filled with the sight and sound of a heavily militarized election. Mambas, patrol trucks and foot soldiers roamed the constituency, sending a message that the state had its eyes on the vote. But despite the show of might, the ruling NRM was overwhelmingly rejected at the ballot. Political analyst Dr. John Paul Kasuja says this loss exposes the ruling party's failure to grasp the changing political landscape.
The NRM party has failed to understand that some tactics of 1980s, 1990s do not work in 2025, because you realize that the people in Central, in Kampala, are more informed about government proceedings and the politics around it. I think that brutality, intimidation will scare people to do what they want. I think that tactic is getting outdated.
Kasuja believes that the defeat of the NRM in Kawempe North was not only a loss but also a direct message from the people, especially following the death of former MP Muhammad Segirinya.
MP Honorable died on accusation of the hand in his death. And when they organized this by-election, the people in this constituency actually wanted to support the party that this person represented.
A closer look at the security operation cost in Kawempe reveals the sheer scale of government spending on an election it still lost. Each armored member costs around $500,000, with an estimated fuel consumption of 4 kilometers per liter and fuel at 5,000 Ugandan shillings per liter. Every member covering 30 kilometers in a day consumed about 375,000 Ugandan shillings in fuel alone, which could bring the figure to millions. This is minus additional security patrols and personnel allowances, and the government's expenditure quickly runs into hundreds of millions. Dr. Kasuja argues that this money could have been put to better use.
A careless government, in the sense that we are having so many problems in this country. Roads are not constructed, there are no drugs in hospitals, there are so many problems this country is facing. And they see government officials dishing money carelessly, wasting taxpayers' money.
He warns that the heavy security presence and intimidation tactics witnessed in Kawempe North reflect a disturbing trend that could mar the 2026 elections.
That these elections will not be free and fair, and there will be a lot of infringement of the freedoms of people to express their democratic rights.
The big question now is whether the NRM will finally accept that times have changed, if security deployment, money and intimidation couldn't win over Kampala, or the ruling party rethink its strategy ahead of the 2026 elections.